Hi there, this is Diane, and I want to do a quick follow-up because I actually just did this teeth whitening procedure and I let you share some of it, but then off camera there were some things that I discovered. Okay, so let me share those with you. Before you start, you take this tooth whitening, the pre-rinse, and mix it with 1 part this and 3 parts water. I used a little, like a little teaspoon or something, and I mixed it in something else and swished it out before you put this on. This is like it helps to get your teeth ready for this whitening stuff. The active ingredient in this whitening stuff is hydrogen peroxide. And so when I took out the trays initially, it was just a foamy, disgusting mess, and I was totally drooling out the front. So I had to have a paper towel to just keep doing this. So here's what I learned by having done that. So learn from my experience, and when you do this, don't make the same, you don't need to do the same thing. Actually, having the little tabs on there, even though they look funny, it wasn't a bad idea to have in there. If you don't mind it, you can trim it off, but I don't think it hurts anything, and it's not the prettiest thing to do anyway, but it's just one of the prices we pay for having that dazzling kind of smile. But this, instead of squeezing it in the trays and then pushing it in, there's just far too much, and it gets out and it squishes out all over, and it doesn't taste bad. It's minty, but it's not something you want to have on your gums because it can hurt it. Mine's not hurting, but somebody told me when they did it, it was. The active ingredient, as I said in here, is hydrogen peroxide. So basically what you can do is use these guards mostly to protect your teeth from wiping off onto the inside of your gums up in here. And so with that being said, you take this, and you can use a cotton swab or your finger or something, and just rub it right on your teeth, just on the surface of your teeth. And you don't need too terribly much of it. You don't want it to be oozing and oozing out. And then put the guards on, and it will help to protect it in, and leave it for 5, 10, or 15 minutes. You can have this says 5 minutes, but it says on here, if you haven't done it in a while, you can use it up to 15. But I actually did it 2 times for 5 minutes apiece. So, because like hydrogen peroxide, when you see it all boil up or whatever, then it's deactivated. So I did 2 times so that it was fresh each time. Like, a little Pac-Man thing. It only eats so many, and then it has to have a new life. So that's what I did with these. And so again, I put the little stuff just on the teeth, the surface of the teeth, inside where they connect with each other, and then put the guards on. Don't be filling this up with stuff because it's just too much product. You don't need it. And then it says to use it two times a day for the first 2 weeks, and then after the 2 weeks you do it once or twice a week. I'm not going to use it that much. I just needed a quick touch up, but I do notice a difference just in right here, right down here on the little bottom. It was not quite as sparkly dazzling as I prefer it. So yeah, if you have a really big range from a certain shade of yellow that you want to go to white, I recommend getting one of those that you can print out from online or something. You can look at it like a tooth whitening strip or something, and actually put a little mark on the little strip as to where your teeth are now, the shade, and then where they are, and then you can measure the progress if that's something that interests you. Otherwise, you can just wait until you start getting comments from people. Wow, what a dazzling smile you have. Ding! Anyway, thanks for watching. I do hope you found that helpful, because now that I've actually done it, I can speak with a little bit more authority, I would say, on how this works. And if you have other tips that you have done, I would certainly be interested to pass those along and to experiment with them myself. So thanks so much for watching. I do think a dazzling smile is worth investing in, and this way to do this is the least expensive way that I have ever seen. So do yourself a favor, and everybody else who gets to look at your lovely smile, and take the necessary steps to make your smile as dazzling as it deserves to be. Thanks for watching. I'm Diane.